Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're taking a long overdue visit back over to Siren Craft Brew, and this is a bottle of the Pompelmocello, guessing that's how it's not pronounced, which is vibration on the phone, lovely stuff. A tart and juicy IPA with grapefruit juice, grapefruit zest, and lactose. Clocking in at 6% ABV in a fridge 30ml bottle, and classic Siren. You can't read the writing on the back because of how it's formatted. Never change. No, joking aside, yeah, I was in Liverpool yesterday drinking with family, and thought I'd stop in at Brewdog, just see what the fridges are like, because I wanted to pick up a bottle of this, which is the Overworks and Daya collaboration in Two Minds. So I saw that, and I saw that they had a nice little selection actually. I was very surprised to see Michelob San Diego stuff in there, but it was like about the cheapest one they had there for like an IPA was like £10 a can, which is not bad at all, but I was like, I get the stuff from the box anyway most of the time, and I just actually put money down for a few Treehouse cans, so I was like, no, be a little bit sensible. So I saw that they had a nice little range of Siren beers, so I picked up a couple, including this one. And you all know by now that I love my grapefruit infused IPAs, so I don't have my usual bottle opener with me, so I'm going to do it the German way. Pretty much 99% of the people I came across whilst in Germany knew how to open a bottle of beer with a lighter or any inanimate object. I've never fully mastered, in fact I've never mastered that, so I thought I would give it a try on camera to see if I can get this opened. Now, I know the principle behind it. You sort of like am I doing it right? So you've got like a nice little crane. It's simple, and then the tension between your finger and there, and you could pop it off. So let's see if I can do it like a real man. At a jest, of course. So I feel like such an incel when I try that, so I'm not going to do it anymore. Luckily, I've got the bottle stop from was it Sink the Bismarck, which Paul from Brew News bought for me when we were in Manchester, and that actually has a bottle opener as well as a bottle stop, so you can keep your beers nice and fresh. So let's use that. But yeah, lovely artwork as per usual from Siren. I know I had a little jab there with that, the way the writing's writing with how the with how the writing is formatted. But I do love the artwork, the floral maritime style design, and the colour schemes are always gorgeous. So yeah, unfortunately I'm going to be destroying the crown, but luckily I've got a few Siren crowns for my collection because I'm sad like that. Anyway, I think the other one I picked up was a double dry hopped coffee IPA, and I'm actually thinking of doing more like weeks dedicated to different breweries. Like I did that Runaway video where I did it live streamed it, and then recorded the reviews Simon Martin style, and then had that video there, and then obviously content to upload throughout the week and that sort of stuff. But I'm thinking of doing what like Craig did, and what a lot of people have done, let's be honest, by having a week just showcasing one brewery. And Siren are one of those breweries that, even though I've never had a bad experience from them, I don't really tend to pick their beers up that much, and I don't know why. And that's very loud, obnoxious playing. But yeah, because I got it from Brewdog, I'm going to be using my old school Brewdog Teku, although it's not really, but it feels old. It's got to that point where it's not even like clear glass anymore. So let's see what we get with this. Beautiful day outside, but someone's playing music, and I don't want them to hear me doing a beer review because that's just weird. Even though you put this stuff out there for the world to see, and by the world I mean 10 people at a time. Plus I didn't want to get distracted and that sort of stuff, but I'll be sitting outside of this because I've got my pizza stone in the oven. I've got a frozen pizza, and I'm going to sit outside, just have a couple of beers, have some good food. Hopefully it's good pizza, because I do like a good frozen supermarket pizza. As much as I love like proper like pizza oven sourdough based pizzas and that sort of stuff, there's when you get a good frozen pizza, it's something to celebrate. And I even like the really cheap, basic mozzarella pizzas. You know what I mean? There's just something. I think pizza in general, you've got to do something atrocious for it to be not palatable, or it be a pizza with stuff that you just don't eat. And then I'm thinking, why would you ever make a pizza with stuff that you don't eat anyway? Pizza are a good way to actually get used to different flavours, I would say, especially when it comes to veggies. Although mushrooms I will never have on pizza, and pineapple on pizza, which is a fruit, I know. No, thank you. I don't like to be inappropriate with children, so I will never put pineapple on my pizza. And that's a joke. I'm not saying that people who like pineapple on pizza are child molesters. But am I joking, really? I jest. Very politically incorrect. How dare I? Send me to the gulag. Anyway, beer in a glass then, now that I've alienated a portion of my viewer base and probably pissed off the folks at Siren for mentioning something like that on the beer review that they can't promote because of that. Beer in a glass, it's got a really nice level of haze. It's not like hazy like a Juice Bomb, Fruit Bowl New England IPA, but it's got a lovely, lovely sheen to it. Nice, slightly dark amber. It does have that impression of grapefruit juice in there. Head dissipated really quickly on this one, but yeah, really nice and dense. So let's see what we get on the nose. It's definitely there, but it's not like in your face or really dominant aroma. When was this? Best before is the 11th of March 2020. So I'm not sure how old this beer is, because I don't know what sort of like best before period, or you know what I mean. Like some breweries have always a year's shelf life. Some will like have 4 months because it's like a really hop forward IPA. So I don't know how they label their beers, but I don't know. It's there, but it's quite subdued. I'd say you're getting more of the zest than the actual juice of a grapefruit. But it's still lovely. It's got a really nice, when you get fruits and they've got a little bit of a savoury edge to them. That's what I'm getting with this. The lactose is there, but it's not really overly vanilla, which I'm okay with, because as much as I like lactose in beers, when it's overwhelmingly smelling like vanilla, it can be a little bit too much. Sorry, Rob. I know you love vanilla in your beers, but it does smell good. It's almost got like a slight Belgian wit beer character about it, like spicy tones, a little bit wheaty. But anyway, I've been talking for way too long and not even tasted the beer yet, so I think we should get that rectified. Cheers. Okay, you get grapefruit by the bucket load. And I'm not talking about that slightly sweet pink fruit grapefruit flavour. I'm like big, bitter. You've just opened a bottle of grapefruit juice and just swigged a big swig of it. My English today is terrible. But yeah, that's bitter from start to finish. And I think with that lactose, it's not really becoming a flavour in itself, it's just counteracting the sharpness. But yeah, you are getting a very gentle hoppy character. I'm not too sure what hops they have used in this. Let me just see. This sour IPA is hopped with, it's telling me, Enigma, Bravo, and Apollo to create the hoppy, grapefruity top paddle what? Top, I can't read that. Hop profile, not top profile. We could master. We are also included grapefruit zest and juice for good measure. Well, you're definitely getting that. added lactose. I'm just going to quit while I'm ahead because I sound like a proper fucking dunce. Do you know what I mean? I always reminds me of like one of those, you know, you always had in your class that one kid who was like 14 years old, but like read every word in a sentence like that. Now I'm insulting children. Lovely stuff. Tick all the boxes, Pia. Tick all the boxes indeed. But yeah, the sourness is there, but it's not overwhelming. It's more of like a little zest, you know, like that zestiness you get from sourness. Like, you know, the zest. It makes you go zest. You know, it's got a bit of a punch. Nice mouth finish on the back end. You're getting that a bit more on the back end, the sourness. But yeah, it's not a really hoppy beer. But it doesn't taste like one of those beers where they've hopped it and then like, oh, we've got all that grape in there. Let's tone it down on the hops, cut corners. Well, not cut corners, cut costs. Plus the hops that you're not really seeing too much together in IPAs now. It's all about Citra, Mosaic, yeah, that sort of stuff. The big boys. So fair play to them for doing something a little bit different. I mean, yeah, if they use like Citra and stuff, you'd get probably a bit more of like a fruity IPA flavour. But I think actually it works really well in this. If you don't like grapefruit, you're not going to like this one. I mean, I like grapefruit a lot, to the fact that I've got body lotion, which no, I will not be showing you how I apply it. I've even got, like, in work, I've got a little tub of the hand cream, just because it smells nice, and it actually works wonders on my hands, which, you know, like the follicles of the fingers get, like, really dry. Plus, I smell nice when I put it on. And grapefruit's such a lovely flavour, such a lovely aroma. Freshly squeezed grapefruit juice is just wonderful. I mean, yeah, you can get some fantastic grapefruit juice in cartons and bottles and stuff like that, but freshly squeezed, it's not as cost effective as buying like a bottle of grapefruit juice, but you do notice the difference. And see, I like when I have my grapefruit juice, I like it when it's not sweetened, although I like that sweet grapefruit flavour when it comes to IPAs. Now this, in a sour IPA, it makes even more sense. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's really lovely. That is a really nice beer. It's not what I was expecting it to be. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually realise it was a sour IPA with grapefruit added. I didn't know what to expect, but yeah. And I'm not usually the biggest fan of sour IPAs, so that aspect of it I'm still, wrapping my head around and getting used to. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of that. Perfect for this sort of weather. It's going to go perfect with my Meat Feast pizza, even though it's going to be drank before then. I'll probably have even gone on to like beer number 3 by the time the pizza's ready. Just because I drink way too fast. But yeah, it's a Sunday evening, it's chill. I know I'm in at work at 10 tomorrow, but I finished at 6. So I'm just going to sit in the garden, bask in the slightly cooler sun, have some good pizza, have some good beers, and yeah, happy days. So if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Lovely burp. Are you a fan of Siren? They're just a brewery I need to drink more of. And I don't know why, because every time I have it, it's either a really solid beer that you're sort of expecting flavour-wise, or it's going to be a really nice surprise. And I think they're one of the most unique breweries in the UK, actually. But I just don't think they get the fanfare that they should do, and that's even including, coming from me. So yeah, maybe at some point I will do a Siren week. But yeah, if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of the brewery? Go check out the brewery as well. I mean, I think I paid like £3 for this as well from Brewdog, so I'm not going to complain. For the money, I think it's absolutely spot on. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe if it was a tiny bit sweeter and maybe a little bit of a bolder mouthfeel, then it would probably get a bit more. in the ratings. Plus, sour IPAs, I'm still, trying to get a taste for them. So probably, 50 examples of a sour IPA down the line, and I revisit this, I'd probably give it a little bit of a higher, score. That's a weird thing, isn't it? About like beer reviews and things like that. Well, any sort of, subjective review of or objective reviews, your mood at the time and your experience at the time and any little thing can, play a part in that. But it's safe to say this is a damn good beer, no matter what number value I put out of 10 on it. So yeah, go check out Siren. I've got a nice little playlist of Siren beers down below, and I will have to get a lot more beers added. I've got the coffee double dry hopped IPA or pale ale. Can't remember if it was an IPA or a pale ale in the fridge. Going to enjoy that a little bit later, and I'm probably going to pop another beer in the fridge as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking through this long-winded video. And yeah, you all take care and keep drinking the good stuff. See you guys later.